Hi, I'm Terry Wimberly with Paris BPU, and you're watching Good Day Paris.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Day Paris. Your evening just got a whole lot better. We're live and local just for you. So thanks for tuning in. And this is the show that everyone's going to be talking about because tonight we're talking shopping and it's major shopping right here in Paris. So Paris is on schedule to get a brand new shopping mall and everyone is excited and can't wait. So here tonight in our studio is our esteemed mayor, Kathy Ray, city manager, Kim Foster, as well as community development director, Jessica Crouch. And they're all here to tell us about the project and answer some of your questions. So be sure to leave any questions in the live chat and we'll try to get to them as quickly as we can. And I can't wait to start shopping there. And I can't wait to ask Kathy, Kim, and Jessica all about it. But first, it's Thursday. So that means it's time to pay a visit with our favorite Appreciation Ambassador, Rose Owens, who'll tell us all about the science of gratitude.
Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, and yes, it is a good feeling, but it is a powerful force that changes our brain, our heart, and maybe even the fabric of our life, the fabric of reality. Science is now showing us that there's a pattern that appreciation, gratitude literally can alter our world. So let's explore that. I'm Rose Owens, your Appreciation Ambassador, and tonight we're going to look at the science and the physics of gratitude. And I mean quantum physics. I know you're thinking, quantum physics, what is that? Well, we're going to discover that together. It's a fascinating topic to me, this age-old practice of thank you and appreciation and gratitude. Do you think Apostle Paul knew about quantum physics when he wrote, "In all things give thanks"? Well, he probably did. We're going to start with gratitude and the brain. When we practice gratitude, we activate areas of our brain. It's the frontal cortex. This is the area of the brain that we make decisions and we regulate emotions. Also, at the same time, gratitude releases dopamine and serotonin. Now, these are good mood, the science calls it neurotransmitters, but it elevates your mood, these two chemicals. And I don't know about you, but I like anything that will elevate my mood. And here's the best part. The more we practice gratitude, the more the brain rewires itself through these neuroplasticities. It literally starts to create a state of being of gratitude. And I know I experienced that for myself. Over 2 years, I've practiced gratitude. And it's altered my perspective in life. This week, I had some bad news. And most of the time, I would say before practicing gratitude, I would have went, whoa, no, I went south on this piece of news. But I noticed I didn't. I really sat back and said, thank you for letting me know about that. and all is well. We're going to figure this out. It's going to be okay. So it's changed my perspective, even with bad news. I want to share a quote with you. An author, Dr. Joe Dispenza, puts it very clearly. The more you practice gratitude, the more you see how much there is to be grateful for. Gratitude changes your perspective, which changes your reality. That was my experience. And I want to share some more with you, but we're going to first talk about the heart and the brain and the heart-brain connection. There's an institution in California called the Heart Math Institution, and they've discovered that gratitude changes our heart rhythm, and your brain and your heart align together, and the rhythm that it produces is called cohesion, and it makes the rhythm smooth, it makes the heart work better, reduces stress, it boosts the health, and it enhances clarity. So your heart, it's got some intelligence. And the last is quantum physics. So let's dig a little deeper. Quantum physics teaches us that the observer influences reality. So let me give it to you again. That observation influences reality. This is known as the observer effect. What we focus on amplifies. If we focus on gratitude, it really shifts our reality in a very profound way. I want to give you an example. When I led seminars back in Los Angeles, I led a leadership program, and I had the privilege of working with volunteer coaches. Now, these coaches had done the program before, and now they were coaching the new participants. And they knew the program well, but what happened over time was pretty remarkable, and here's what happened. I made a practice every night after class to appreciate the coaches. Now, this was not just a thank you, but this was a heartfelt appreciation of what they had done with the coaches, what they'd done with the participants, and what the participants were producing. In appreciating the coaches and their efforts, they began to be much better at their job. They got more confident. And the participants did a better job on the program. So this particular effect is called the observer effect. What you observe and what you appreciate amplifies. So I just noticed that the participants kept improving over the period of the program, and so did the coaches. It was like magic. So my focus on appreciation wasn't just words, and I want to underscore that. It was a heartfelt acknowledgement with intention. And these coaches just ate it up, and they really became better and more confident in their job. And this reinforces a very powerful truth. What we appreciate appreciates. It increases in value. So what we appreciate elevates in value, like real estate. So when we direct our attention and gratitude towards someone's strength, we don't just recognize them, we elevate them. We increase their ability. And in doing so, it creates a ripple effect, and the improvement is way beyond what you can see. So I want to talk to the bosses and managers now. Take a moment with your employees and find their strength or find what they are doing well and appreciate them. I promise you it will have a long-term effect. Retention, productivity, profitability. And moms and dads, do the same thing. Find something that your kids are doing well or their strengths, find their strengths and appreciate them. It will be remarkable. When those kids are acknowledged, they'll go back the next time and clean their room even better. Last two little points in science. Everything vibrates at a frequency. That includes emotions. So there is a scale, emotional, vibrational scale. At the bottom is hate, at the top is love. Gratitude is right up there with love. It's right there. It vibrates so high. And you know that when you appreciate someone. They get it. They really get it. You give it and they get it. It's like love. Now at work you can't say, Joe, I really love that project that you did. But you can say, hey Joe, I appreciate that project that you did. You did a good job. So in the workplace, it's more professional to say, I appreciate. Second scientific point, everybody knows this. The two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time, whether that's a physical object or an emotion. So let's look at that. That's pretty interesting. This applies, gratitude can actually replace depression, sadness, loneliness. You cannot be depressed and appreciate someone. So choosing gratitude, even with a small little thing, can change your emotional state. From sadness, depression, even opening up healing and possibility and happiness. So you and I, we know people that are depressed. People tell me, my sister's depressed. And I want to say, has she appreciated anyone or anybody? And it's so much better than an antidepressant or an hour with a therapist. So that's an inside job. You can choose gratitude anytime. And it's not just a habit. I wish it were. It is a habit for me, but I wish it were for everyone. It's a scientifically backed tool that rewrites our brain, harmonizes our body, shifts our emotion, and perhaps shapes our reality. So, moms and dads, bosses and managers, I invite you to take this on. Find the good in the people around you and appreciate them. Your employees, appreciate them. Find them doing something right. I not only invite you, I dare you to do this. Just go do it. I promise you it will affect your whole reality. As I said, the profit, the productivity, the morale, your kids will be happier. Don't fuss at them. Just find the good and appreciate them. So, next week, I'll be back, if you're not mad at me after this week. But I'll be back with more information and tools on appreciation and gratitude. But until then, stay positive, stay strong, and stay grateful. Thank you for listening. Over to you, Terry.
Thank you. And thank you, Rose. That's information we all truly can use. And if you want to know more or connect with Rose, go to www.appreciationpower.com and you can find her gratitude bracelets, keychains, and her new pens at Jack Jones Flowers and Gifts. And we'll be right back with what everyone has been waiting for right after this quick break. Back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm Carl Anderson, Director of Real Hope Youth Center. Did you know that according to the Federal Bureau of Statistics, suicide is the number 2 cause of death for youth ages 10 to 19? Our youth need our help. This is why we have an after-school enrichment program for children. And this is why it is my vision to build a full-service youth center for all youth in Paris and Henry County. Our youth need our help, and I need your help. Help me build this youth center for the young people of Paris and Henry County. Thank you.
Good Day Paris is being brought to you in part by Paris Fire and Industrial Safety.
When safety matters most, trust Paris Fire and Industrial Safety. From fire extinguisher inspections and safety equipment to compliance solutions, we're your local partners in protection.
Family owned and serving West Tennessee for over 10 years, we keep your business, employees, and property safe. Paris Fire and Industrial Safety, protecting what matters most. Call us today at 731-336-7231. That's 731-336-7231.
Be sure to check out gooddayparis.com to find show pics, our Facebook feed, and the Good Day Paris community events calendar. Also, please be sure to visit myparistv.com to find all the local programming, such as the Tennessee Informer and the Mike Weatherford Show. And you can also sign up for the My Paris TV newsletter to stay up to date for upcoming shows and guests. And speaking of that, coming up at the Kreider Center March 21st, Big Gun is back. Join us for a head-banging good time with this stellar AC/DC tribute band. So go to KreiderCenter.com for tickets. And next Tuesday, March 18th, on the Mike Weatherford Show, Mike is joined by a legend. 30-year veteran Cash Caldwell will tell us all about what it's like to be submerged under the sea for months at a time. Yikes, I'd be claustrophobic. But how do these men keep from going stir crazy? How do they sleep, eat, and live in these tiny, cramped quarters? So get the whole story next Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on the Mike Weatherford Show. And also on Monday the 17th, Dave Vance with the Tennessee Informer welcomes Tom DeWeese to keep you informed about your rights and how conservation easements can threaten your property rights. So you don't want to miss that. Okay. And so now it's time to introduce our guests. So I want to introduce you to Mayor Kathy Ray. I'm so glad to have you here with us today. This is so much fun. Yeah, and also City Manager Kim Foster and our Development Director Jessica Crouch. So welcome, and let's dive in because this Paris Crossing Center is blowing me away. It's finally here. It's something that I've actually been praying for because, you know, those long trips to Paducah, Clarksville, Jackson, Nashville, you know, and it's so nice to have something that we can look forward to right here.
Yes, absolutely.
So how long has this project been in the works, and what was the spark that actually got it going? Whichever one of you that wants it to, I don't know who to ask first.
It usually starts with the community development director because they get the request as they come into the city.
Yes, and this actually started before my time at the city.
Oh.
Kim and Jennifer Morris started this process
Many
years ago, and I have been fortunate to come in on the back side of things. Really hit the ground running with this about 3 years ago.
Wow, it's been 3 years in the works.
Well, I took over as city manager in 2015, and one of my priorities was retail recruitment.
Yeah.
We had all of the things that a smaller city would have. You know, we had our Walmart, we had our Lowe's, which a lot of smaller cities don't have. Lots of retail. We got a wonderful downtown with such unique shops. We had a lot going on, but we kind of needed to get to the next level. So for several years, Jennifer Morris and Jennifer just retired in February, 6th of February. She had done it for many years with the city, and it had kind of bounced back and forth between the city and the chamber. But it was a priority for me because that's probably my number one pastime, hobby, is shopping. So retail has always been important to me. And I knew that our community would grow. It would be very beneficial to our community. So we tried lots of things. And one of the problems that we encountered and realized was a hurdle we had to overcome was we don't have any empty space. Yeah. A lot of communities, I know you all are aware, have an empty Walmart. You know, Walmart has built somewhere else and left a building behind. And that's what they call second generation space. And there are a lot of retailers that's what they're looking for. But if they're not looking for second generation, they're looking for space. A lot of retailers don't build out themselves. So we knew we needed a developer. And we had reached out to several different ones through the years. But to be totally honest, I didn't find out until the groundbreaking that Buchanan Realty had actually started looking at Paris a year before they even reached out to us.
Oh, how nice.
So when a developer came and knocking on our door,
That was beneficial.
we dropped everything and went absolutely 100%. What do you need? What can we do to help you? And so that's kind of where it started. And that started for us in late 2023 when they came and just kind of put some feelers out. They were working with a retail broker, and she called and got connected with Jennifer, and we got pretty excited, but we had learned over the years to not get ahead of ourselves. And so it just has kind of rolled out from there. And Jessica has been the perfect complement to our team because she brought this skill set that people her age bring. She was very embracive of the technology and the programs to gather the data for us. So we really did work well as a team, and it all started on this particular project for us back in late 2023.
So what was the tipping point that finally convinced these major retailers that Paris was where they wanted to be with this level of investment? I don't know. Whoever wants to answer.
Yeah.
Well, something that stands out, we all have worked so well together, but we had one of the
real estate locators for one of the brands.
Yes, he came in and we started our tour around Paris to show off Paris and what we had to offer. And we didn't even get halfway through our tour, and he said, "That's it.
He sold.
Call Aldi. We want Aldi here."
Yes,
and so
we do.
it has just been a domino effect since we took the one real estate developer on a tour.
Okay.
We really rolled out the red carpet. The broker that was working with them kind of gave us pointers. Here's what they're going to want to see. Here's what you need to focus on. And of course, we have all the things in our community. And for years, we had been saying, we know you will be successful here. But just until we could get someone in the car in Paris and show them. And he really and truly was blown away by what we had put together and what we were showing him. And so with a shopping center like this, if you ever notice, if you go into a community, if you find a Hobby Lobby, you'll find other stores that are near it, and they're always usually the same. They kind of travel together. Well, you got to get those anchor stores first.
Yes, you do. Right.
So that was TJ Maxx.
Your favorite.
TJ Maxx.
Kevin on Earth shopping at a TJ Maxx.
Yes. And he's the one that turned around and said, you need to get Aldi here.
Yes.
And so a couple of months later, the Aldi real estate.
So he was actually doing all the suggesting of which ones he felt we needed.
He
This
did.
was his idea.
He knew that Aldi needed to get on board.
Right.
And what we have learned is Aldi's a hard sell. That's a German company,
Oh, gosh,
and they
it's
have a
great,
very strict box of requirements.
Right.
And we didn't 100% fit that.
Oh.
They have recently started branching out into smaller markets than what they would normally, but it was still pretty, our size market is still pretty new for them.
Yeah, so that was a big challenge for them to kind of accept us.
Yes, yes.
And actually probably because we were just a smaller community. But
And-
they're going to take a chance on us. So everybody get out there and shop when those doors open.
Yeah. And our market is not indicative of the typical market that they go into. And Jessica can expand a little bit more on this because we have a huge market, but it's very spread out. They're used to looking at markets where the Jacksons, the Nashvilles, the
Right,
Clarksvilles,
they're
where the
massive.
population is very dense.
Yeah.
And so in a 4-mile period, our area, you would have a lot of shoppers. But in our case, it's much wider.
Yes, our trade area is all of the surrounding counties plus more.
Yes.
We pulled some statistics, and our trade area is 150,000 plus. I don't know if you've ever been to Walmart or Eiffel Tower Park and you look at the license plates.
Sure.
Majority of them are not Henry County.
Right,
They
I
are from
know.
out of our county.
Yeah.
So our trade area is huge, and they are already coming here.
Right.
Just think what the
Right.
shopping center is going to bring.
Yes, yes. You know, one thing I didn't see on here, and I'm hoping that will come, and I don't know if that's even a possibility, so that's a question. Will we be able to make requests for something else, or is everything full? Everything's full?
It is full at this point.
Because we still need a bakery.
In the shopping strip, it's full, but there are 5 out parcels on the property that we are still trying to attract.
Yes.
Bakery.
We will add that to the list.
A bread bakery. I travel all the way to Clarksville or Paducah to get, you know, that homemade good German bread and, you know, some of the Jewish breads, the rye and things like that, because we don't really have anybody here. We did, but, you know, so I'm so looking forward to that. So that's just a plug.
Okay.
In case that man is listening.
Yes.
I hope he's listening tonight. So what do you think that this will mean then for the future of Paris? Do you think that we'll be bringing people in from Camden? Will we be bringing people in from obviously Henry, McKenzie, because they don't have anything like this either? This is going to be a hub.
Them from Union City, Paducah, Clarksville. These are all the places that we're going to save them an hour driving.
Right.
Come here, don't go there. I was in line at a restaurant in McKenzie, and I thought, why is this taking so long? And all of a sudden I stopped to listen, and they're going on and on about, hey, you know what's going to Paris? You know what's going? We don't have to go to Jackson anymore.
Oh yeah, I know, it's exciting.
And so I just sat there. I just stood there and went, "Oh, it's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just taking it all, listening."
Yeah.
And when I stepped up to the cashier, I said, "Are you excited about Paris crossings?" And she goes, "We were just talking about that." So everybody's talking about it. Everybody's
it really
excited.
is the hot topic.
I don't think anyone's more excited than the 3 of us, because you know this is a dream come true for Paris.
It is.
It's a game changer.
It is. It's putting us on the map in a way, and
It
now
is.
all these people that are in these outlying other little cities can finally come here. And no kidding, that ride is a big thing, because you know a lot of times I've gone to Paducah in storms because I had to get something from Aldi. You know, my husband is German, so you know he's big on the German brands and things like that. And so we love going to Silky's, the German bakery. You know, we kind of tend to go to the different German places to pick up the things that we like.
Well, you know, Aldi carries some very unique brands.
They do.
And some very different things.
Yeah, different choices.
They're known for their dye-free
right.
products, and they're
gluten-free.
Yes, natural things. So I do feel like one thing that we did learn through all of our research is our leakage, which means what is the thing that people in your community are going out of town to get, and it was grocery.
Right.
Grocery was one of the weak spots we have.
Yes.
So Aldi was really key to this project. We felt like being successful. And, you know, when they finally got on board, you know, of course, my mother has, she's moved back here in the last few years, but she has had access to Aldi in her cities.
Oh, yeah.
And so she couldn't be more excited about Aldi. But I'm hoping maybe they'll have some of the things that you're used to going to Paducah to find. And I think they may very well.
Well, they're very unique, like you say, and they're different. And you know, very delicately, I do want to say that we don't have anything against Kroger or Walmart. You know, they all have their purpose, and it's just nice to have selection, to get out there and say, well, today I want this. And, you know, they don't carry those things.
Right, exactly.
So it is nice.
Which is why it's a nice complement to what we have. And that will bring more people to our community. So while they're here going to Aldi, they'll go to these other places.
Right.
You know, because Walmart has things that Aldi doesn't. Kroger has things that Walmart doesn't. You know, so to increase your shopper base is good for everyone. Not only the new stores, but the existing ones as well.
And then they move.
Yes, yeah.
So we grow. It's all about the growth.
It is all about. Now we've got the Aldi up there, and they're kind of neat with their baskets. You have to put the basket back in to get your quarter, you know. And I love those good-hearted people that say, "Oh, here you go, just take the."
Yes.
Somebody gave it to me. I like passing those along, but oh yeah, TJ Maxx and Ulta, the kids are going to go nuts for that, you know.
Several dads are going broke that year.
Yeah, I'm going nuts for that too because I buy a particular lipstick brand in there. I have allergies to makeup, and so yes, that was that and Bath and Body.
Oh yeah.
Were ones that now you got the TJ Maxx, you have everything,
everything
that I
need.
would be going to Jackson to get. So now all I have to go to Jackson to do is see my grandkids.
And we can save on all that gas.
Yep.
So from an economic community impact, we'll be getting these stores in, and this won't be till 2026, but it's going to bring a ton of new jobs.
Absolutely.
So it's really going to help the local residents who are struggling or have to drive an hour to get to Jackson or Paducah or Clarksville to work.
100%.
So it's going to get everybody close to home. I love that.
Yes.
Because that is dangerous being on the road, and that's one thing I don't like driving, you know.
And some of these stores are very well known for being employee friendly.
Exactly.
Aldi has a great reputation for a workplace.
Yes,
they treat their employees very, very well.
Yes.
So it's not only the number of jobs, but the quality of jobs are going to be there. So we are. That was huge and a big part of the whole economic impact plan that was developed when this was brought up. So.
Yeah, so how do you think that this will change the way people shop here? Do you think it's really going to make a big difference? You guys really
If you look at the social media comments, absolutely 100%, because I know when this was first announced, especially Jessica, she really watches the pages. There were so many comments about, oh, great, I won't have to go to Clarksville anymore. I won't have to go to Jackson anymore. So, yeah, I really do think it will make a huge difference.
Well, yeah, because not only, like you say, they're going to be building these. So now we have construction workers working now. We have all the people laying the pavement for the parking lot and all that kind of. There's so many different types of work that will be available now. So that is really a good job. And I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Bravo to that guy. He really picked some good things.
Yes.
He did a great job. So, is there anything being done to make sure local folks get first dibs on these new job opportunities that are going to be coming in? Would that be a you thing? Jessica?
For local, anybody can apply for these jobs. I know there's a sign out on the shopping center site right now for Five Below, and it says for jobs are now hiring, and there's a place where they can go. I have not gone there to see, you know, what that next step is to help somebody. But I'm sure they can go ahead and apply. We're hoping this is up and going by summer 26.
So would they go to these jobs websites to apply for the Paris jobs?
Yes.
And is it applicable to do that now, or should they be elongating that, wait till 2026? Or
I'd absolutely go check the site out now.
Yes,
It'll depend on each company when they post things.
Right.
But absolutely, if someone is interested in a particular retailer or a particular opportunity, I would absolutely go to those retailers' websites now, and all of them will have a job opportunities tab, and just check it out.
Okay, yeah, because there isn't really, is there a web page or something that you have information on, or no?
No.
Nothing right now, okay. Is there projected to be some place that y'all will post for the city, or no?
We won't be
Like a website or
responsible
something?
for any of that hiring, but I do know that at the groundbreaking, our chamber director did say that there have been some phone calls to the chamber already.
Okay, that's
asking
good
about jobs.
good to
So
know.
I feel like in the future, as those retailers start submitting to
Yeah,
us
here we
their
have a
building
picture
plans
of
and
that. You
such.
guys all out there?
Yeah. The next step will be for the retailers to submit to us their building plans.
Okay.
So when we start making those connections, we can certainly ask them, hey, how would you, and we do ask them, how would you like for us to assist you with this? I think each individual retailer has their own process that they follow, but we want to be and have told the developer, just let us know what you need.
Right,
We are vested in making this project be incredibly successful. And I have no doubt that it will be. I really don't.
And so when is this project actually gonna, I know they're working on it. You guys did the groundbreaking. Did you get to keep that shovel and that
No,
hat?
I wanted the hat. You know, how's all about the hat?
Yeah, exactly. I would have wanted that hat. I would have wanted the shovel. But anyway, I'd have put, marker on it for the date and everything. And that's pretty cool. I mean, this is, like you said, this is epic. It's groundbreaking.
Yes.
Really.
And we'll be, the city, those belong to the city, and we'll be using them again over the next several months because we have some other things going on. We have our own building projects that are on the books right now, and there are lots of great.
Well, stop teasing us. What's going on?
Well, the city is currently in two building projects. We're building a new fire station.
Yes.
And a new municipal building.
Yes.
And then the county has some projects going on. And then we just have a lot of retailers that are either in the process, like Starbucks and Seven Brew, and just tonight.
Yeah, I saw that on there too.
We had Scooter's Coffee on our Planning Commission agenda, so we have a lot of things going on. And Jessica receives emails every day wanting information about our community, about what's available. Housing is a big issue right now, and another part of this project is there's some land adjacent to the shopping center that the developer in phase 2 is planning to do an apartment complex.
That's
so
great.
We're terribly excited about that. And
Yes. My goodness.
break some ground on that one too, because we really could use some more
So
housing
will this be
opportunities.
more towards the end of 2026 that this will all be open, or are we looking at the beginning or mid? Where are we in that projection?
They're projecting summer.
Really? Summer? Wow,
26.
that's great.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, God. We're so waiting for this.
You know, everything is materials and weather dependent for a
Right.
while, but
Yeah, if we can get through this weekend, yikes.
Yes.
This weekend. I'm like, are you kidding me? We've got to batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be
Right.
getting some pretty serious weather tonight and tomorrow, I guess, huh? And then it blows through. Oh, Lord.
yeah.
So,
I know there's been some questions too about when the Starbucks open.
yes.
They're hoping to be up and running in July of this year.
Now, where exactly are they? I haven't seen that where they're building.
Right
Where are
when
they?
you go into Walmart beside the Tidal Wave car wash.
Oh, okay, so that's what that is. Okay, the Starbucks, okay.
Yes.
And then Seven Brew,
Yes.
that's the location in the Kroger Shopping Center with all the fence
Oh,
up.
that's what is going to be right there. Well, see, I didn't even know that. I figured something small has to be there because it's not a lot of space, not a lot of parking, but it's applicable to something like that. Perfect.
Yes, and Jessica knows more about this than I do, but
Yeah.
tell them about the building.
Yeah.
So the building is already a pre-made building. They will bring it in on a
Oh,
truck
one
and
of
they
those
will
cool things that you just set up.
they will just
That
sit down.
is
So
totally
that
cool.
is everything is good to go, and so we're just waiting on the building.
Oh my gosh, I've seen those, and I'm
yeah.
like, I wonder how much those are. Wouldn't mind throwing one of them in the backyard. They're so cool.
And a great story about Seven Brew. The same owner of this owns the one in Murray, Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
And his wife drove through our downtown one day and called him and said, "You have to put a Seven Brew in Paris so I can shop downtown." And here they are. They're putting a Seven Brew in
Now,
Paris.
this is so interesting because I haven't ever had a Seven Brew coffee. So I'll be excited to go day
Yes.
one, find out what the big thing is all about.
Yes.
And they do much more than coffee. They
Yes.
do energy drinks, cold, hot, just lots of different things.
Any
It's
bakery?
really, Scooters does the bakery.
Scooters does
Scooters is going to
bakery.
do the
That's-
bakery stuff.
Yeah,
next
oh,
one
good, good. Yeah. Well, that's good. So, yeah, so the timeline is going to be summer of 2026. Okay. Now, if each of you had to pick one store in the lineup to shop at first, which would it be? We'll start with you.
Hands down, TJ Maxx. I am a Maxxinista to every extent. Love it. It's my favorite. So that's where I'm going to start. And I've told them, I said, I need to be the first customer in line when the store opens. No,
Yeah,
you know.
I might sleep in that line overnight and beat you, but what about you, Kathy?
I'm going for Ulta Beauty.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love all the different products. It's in my nature to to love all that kind of thing. So I love that store. I think it's going to do so well in our community.
It has everything.
Everything.
Any
price.
If they don't have what you're looking for, you don't even need it.
Right.
Because that's how much
and they have a whole
got.
lot you probably don't need, but that's okay. Go anyway.
It's fun.
Yeah. What about you, Jessica?
Definitely TJ Maxx. I mean, you can find everything in there.
I know. And at a good price.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
it's crazy, all those name brands. Yeah, TJ Maxx. I really just miss seeing that. And you know, the one that opened up in Murray was not a TJ Maxx, even though they're all associated.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, Home
I like
Goods
me a
and all
Marshalls
those.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, Marshalls. I drive over there for Marshalls, so.
That's a great store.
Yeah.
I agree too. That's a good Marshalls.
Yeah, but I think TJ Maxx is like their
yes.
their anchor store, and then the others, Ross and all of those are underneath. Although Home Goods is, wow, that is a
Yes.
wow. So, okay, and is there any chance that we'll see some Paris flair, like a mural or a nod to the Eiffel Tower and the design of this new building at all? I mean, maybe? We don't know.
They're kind of independent.
Well, I was going to
each
say
design,
each retailer
they've
is
got their
going
own-
to.
These
have-
are big companies, so
Yes.
they're not really catering
Right.
to Paris. They're just
That's
here.
probably not. Now, I will tell you that the developer is building the shell, and then each individual retailer will come in and finish out.
Right,
and
right.
you know, that's part of their
Their
success
look,
is
yeah.
Their
that
process,
they
yeah.
brand themselves and
Right.
and do. But you know, signage or some freestanding something may appear. I don't know. That we'll have to wait and see on that one. One thing I would love to add too.
Sure.
You know, traffic is going to increase.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Several
That was
years
one of my
ago, we
questions.
did rename that in between Walmart and the bypass Mineral Wells to kind of give the impression that it's extending. So the bypass, of course, is a state-owned road.
Oh,
so
okay.
part of the shopping center project was a traffic study that did show that they were going to need to add a turn lane quite a few feet down the road and a traffic signal.
Oh,
So
okay.
part of the project will be a signalized intersection at the 218 and Mineral Wells Highway 77
Well, that's
crossing.
perfect. That's safe to do it
Yes.
that way.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We definitely need that.
And one thing that I have noticed driving out there at night is it's very dark on that
Right, so
leg of
lights will have
So the
to-
city is also looking at adding lighting there on that leg of the bypass that's not there
Good.
currently.
Good. Yeah, so, and across the street we'll have, you know, homes then. That's wonderful. I think we do need to have more housing here.
Yes.
We're kind of getting tight. I've heard that people are moving into this area from all over, you know, all the time. They're
Yes.
coming here to Tennessee, and we're just filling up thousands per day into Tennessee. What is the average? Are we like
The average.
influx from other states, the people coming into the area?
It's hard to be specific about that, but my husband's a realtor. So
Oh.
I know just yesterday there was a couple that were driving up from Texas
Yeah,
to look at a house
looking.
that he has listed in on Buchanan Road that they saw online and have still not seen in person, and they were driving up here from Texas. Anytime I meet someone that has just recently moved, I'm like, what brought you here?
Right.
Why Paris?
Right.
And it's just a plethora of different reasons.
Right.
But yeah, we do. Of course, our state is very tax friendly.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
And our property taxes are low.
Right.
There is no income tax. The sales tax is higher, but that's kind of by choice. You can spend as little or as much as you want, you know. So that definitely, Tennessee as a whole, being very business friendly, has increased the population statewide, and of course we're getting some of that. And Blue Oval down in the
Right,
Memphis area
right, yeah.
has put a spotlight on West Tennessee that we have
Sure
not
has.
had in a very, very long time. So,
Yes.
you know, when things start happening, everybody pays attention and they just kind of start snowballing. So
Right.
I feel like that's a lot of what's happening with us right now.
Right. Well, that was our story. We found our home here in Paris on Zillow.
Yep.
And we found it on a Wednesday, got in the car on Thursday, bought it on Sunday, or Monday, something like that. So, I mean, that's why we came here. We didn't know anything about Paris, but we just thought, well, we love the house.
Yeah.
We wanted to save it. We didn't want it to, we wanted to find something that was worthwhile saving.
Sure. Yeah,
so
that's
we've been
awesome.
working on it. That old place is just great, though. We love it. So, looking beyond retail, how does this development fit into the broader vision for Paris's future growth?
The shopping center is going to have a huge impact just in general. It's going to bring people here that have never been here, and then they may call this home.
Right.
So we're just growing. We're growing at a high rate of speed, but it's great. I have young children, and I'm glad to call Paris my home now.
Yes, absolutely. It's a great place. Really a great place. And I think we get all 4 seasons. This is great here,
Sometimes in the same day.
Yeah,
Same week.
I was thinking, should I say that?
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I mean, it was 29 the other night.
Yes,
yeah, now
yes.
what is it tonight? 65 or
Yeah,
something like
absolutely.
that. Yeah, you never know. But this is really great, and I don't really have too many more questions, but is there anything you guys want to speak to or talk about since we are here and we've got listeners? And
I'm just thankful that these individuals, not just Paris Crossing, but all of our new development, they're individuals who are investing their own time and their money into our community.
Yes.
They don't have to do that. They could go anywhere, and they're choosing Paris, Tennessee to invest their money. And
Yes.
that speaks volumes.
it does. I guess we are really growing and we're out there now. The word is out. Well, we do have a beautiful downtown.
Yes, we do.
We have a lot of a lot of resources
Oh, yeah.
that help draw people in.
Yes, I'm so glad that we've got the lodge out there. We are really picking up, and people are noticing it. And friends of mine that have come here are just like, oh, I love this, because it really is small town, but it's small town, but it's not going to be huge. I mean, these stores aren't going to throw us out over the edge right away, but it will bring others. It'll increase what's coming into the area. So very,
And
very
with all
happy.
of this growth, things are changing, whereas we used to reach out and just try to call and work on the retail and attract people and go to the trade shows and all these different things, but we're getting all the calls now. They're calling us. They want to come here.
That's nice.
And you know what that means? That means we pick and choose. We
That's
want,
right.
We
Nice.
want what fits our community, what
Yes.
fits our people.
Yeah.
And with the 10 stores we have coming in, there's not really a competition for Ulta. There's
No,
There's
not
not
at all,
really
really.
a competition for Aldi. They all bring their own special
They're
products
different.
that we think is
Yeah.
just going to be a wonderful addition to our community. And
Right.
we're just glad. We are grateful, as Miss Rose said, and we are appreciative and very
Yes,
grateful
absolutely.
that Buchanan Development Corporation came to Paris, Tennessee.
That's great.
And
Great.
we hope to partner with them on many more things. We're still
Yes.
working with them on filling the out parcels.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to see a nice sit-down restaurant, so we're working
Yes.
in that direction.
Yes.
And there are still some things to come, and of course the housing. We're always, and everybody nationwide. There's a
Right.
housing shortage.
Right.
So that will be a huge benefit for our community to bring in some more housing opportunities and options. And for quite some time now, Paris has been viewed, and I didn't even realize this until I got into government and especially in the city manager role. But people in our region, Middle Tennessee and West Tennessee, really consider Paris very progressive.
Yes.
And we're, as a governmental entity, very interested in providing things for quality of life as well as economic advancement. So for instance, all of the things that we've added at Eiffel Tower Park over the last several years.
Right.
We want our community,
That's
the people
great.
that live here,
Right,
to
to
have
enjoy
that
it.
and to enjoy it. But it also brings people from out of town. And I'll
Right.
tell you a quick story. I was there 2 or 3 years ago on the day that we opened the splash pad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, it was sometime early in the spring, and a family had driven in, because I happened to be out there and ran into them and just kind of asked them some questions. They had driven in because they had a child that wanted to go to Paris for their birthday. And they thought, well, Paris, Tennessee, you know, it was just kind of a pie in the sky thing. Well, let's go to Paris then. They drove up and they saw the splash pad, didn't know we had that, turned around and went to Walmart and bought all of the family swimsuits so they could come back and get in the splash pad. So
how fun.
then it all kind of comes home. Yes, we did this for the right reason. We're getting the benefit that we thought we would. Not only are our residents enjoying this as quality of life, we're bringing people to our community that are spending money in our community.
Right, shop local.
And yes, exactly. And enjoying the things we have to offer. And we have a lot to offer.
We do now, really. I mean, just the coffees, the 7 brews. We've got Dunkin' Donuts. Now we'll have Starbucks, you know.
And scooters.
And scooters.
And scooters, good heavens. You know. It's wild.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
You know, as
fun times.
working for the government can have its challenges, no doubt.
Yeah, sure
you tend
can.
to be a target sometimes, but days like a week ago Thursday when you get to break ground on something that's literally community changing makes it all worthwhile.
Right. And, you know, 25 years down the road, we'll all look back at this. And we'll be twice the size we are now, I'm sure. You know, we'll probably have expanded greatly. This will be a wonderful memory. This will be something that your name is stamped on forever, you know. What you all have done and what y'all are working on. This is really great.
Well, we're
I'm
just
so
going to
very
keep going.
proud of you both.
And hope we can.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Just
you.
hope we can keep up.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think we've just about gone our whole hour here today. So I do want to thank everybody for being here and sharing with me tonight on Good Day Paris.
It was a
Really
our
glad
pleasure.
to have
Our
you here.
pleasure. Thank you.
Very good. So, yeah, we do want to just mention that there is that storm coming tonight. So people, please take that seriously. Just be prepared, batten down your hatches, and get those things that can blow and, you know, be missiles out there. Yeah, we're doing all the wood on redoing the deck and the stairs on both sides. So we've got all that wood now. Tonight we're going to go home and get it all safe so it doesn't take off, and let's hope it doesn't get too bad here.
Hopefully it'll pass us by like it has in the past. We've had some threats here in the last several
and then
weeks.
it just
and then
skips us.
Yeah, so
That's
I don't know where
okay.
some wood is.
That's
We
okay.
need to knock on some. We've been very lucky, very fortunate.
I want to say it's because I pray so hard.
Well, I'm sure
But
that
I know
that-
everybody is praying
Yes,
so hard,
yes.
Absolutely.
and God is hearing us. But tonight we also have something epic. We've got the blood moon with the lunar eclipse that's happening tonight.
What time?
It's going to be all through the night. We should be able to start seeing it, I think, about 2 in the morning. So I'm going to be out there on the veranda with my
At 2 in the
coffee.
morning.
Yes, at 2 in the morning. I really want to see this. The moon will actually be blood red, and that in and of itself is kind of epic. You know, when do you ever see something like that? So.
Get your cameras ready.
Yes, get the cameras ready. You know, I had to drive all the way to Paducah when we had that lunar eclipse, you know, to get a really good, and we had this beautiful picture of that. So that was a life event for me, you know, kind of a milestone. And this is going to be tonight too, because it's not just the lunar eclipse, it's also the blood moon. So we'll see it, and then it'll switch. So I'm real excited about that. So anyway, I just want to, as we wrap up tonight, again want to thank Rose and everybody that was on tonight. And be sure to like and follow us so you stay up to date on important news and information, such as tomorrow night with all the big storms coming in that we've just been talking about. We'll be in a simulcasting here on Good Day Paris. So we'll be up to the minute storm information tailored right here to Henry County and West Tennessee by none other than Sean Burkhart from Sean's weather page. And he's appeared here on our show Good Day Paris before, and he's provided great information about upcoming storms. But this is different. This will be live all night storm watching if need be to keep you informed about any potential severe or deadly weather. So make sure you get your candles and you know where all your lighters are, and batten down your hatches, and we'll be seeing you again next Thursday. So be sure to join us again then at 6:30, because you never know who'll be joining us here in Studio B. So until then, if you'll all say this with me, have a good day, Paris. Bye now.